Hi all, I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you are able to see. Can anyone confirm? Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen now? So yesterday we discussed like a hash set and tree set, linked hash set, set interface inside multiple classes we declare. We discussed, right? This implementation we discussed yesterday, right? And also array list. So in this collection, array list. So this collection first we discuss iterable. So in that iterable we have a iterator and then collection, and then we have a list. We have list inside this array list, link list, vector, stack we discuss. Then after that we went for this set, so hash set, linked hash set, and then tree sets. Now today we'll discuss map. So in Java we have a three things are there. We have a list, we have set, we have a map. So list will allow for the duplicate. If you want to add the duplicate element, in that cases we will go for the list. In this list we have a four type is there: array list, linked list, vector, and stack. So array list is used to insert duplicate element, but linked list is used to manipulate and the data, so that shifting and all will be faster compared to array list. Vector is the legacy, so there also we have same process, but a stack we have a first in first out. LIFO will work, so in that process if you need, we'll go for the stack. Now we have a set, so set only allowed for unique data. A duplicate will be removed automatically. So we have a hash set, so hashing technique will be allowed in that, so that hash code will be generated for that. And then we have a linked hash set, so linked hash set will the same, while if we are inserting, unique data will be inserted and manipulations and all will be faster in this link hash set. And then we have a tree set, so tree set if you want ascending orders, in that cases we will go for this tree set. Now we have other third one, map interface. So Java map interface is used to store that value based on the key and value pair. So everything we have a key and value. So what type of data we will use for this key, what type of data we'll have for the value, that we have to declare. So this map contain value on the basis of key, that is called key and value. Each key and value pairs known as entry. So that will be a map contain unique key. Always key should be always unique. So see here this implementation. This is map. Inside that we have a multiple classes are there. Hash map, tree map, linked hash map is there. And map is an interface. Sorted map is also one interface is there. So if you want to communicate from interface to interface, then extend will be there. If you are communicating or extending from interface to class, then implements will be there. So hash map, linked tree map, and linked hash map is the class. So what is hash map, what is linked hash map, and what is tree map? So hash map is a implementation of map, but it does not maintain any order. In that cases we will go for the hash map. So hash map is an implementation of map interface, but it does not maintain any order. If your requirement does not maintain any orders and we have to store the value based on key and value, then we will go for the hash map. Then we have a linked hash map. Linked hash map is the implementation of map. It inherits the hash map class and it maintains insertion order. So everywhere same definitions, either in if you are using list, if you are using set, if you are using map. So the definition is same, only List will allow duplicate, set will not allow duplicate, and map will allow based on the key and value. So everywhere we have a hash set, hash map, hash map, linked hash set, tree map, tree sets, and all are similar in everywhere. And definition for tree map: implementation of map, sorted map, it maintain ascending order. Same we have in tree set also, right? Same definition. So if you will use this all, so we have a multiple methods are there. So in map interface, if you are using, so we have these all are the predefined method, so that directly if your requirement will come, then we will get this all method. Suppose if you want to remove some data from this map, then we have a remove method. If you want to add data, then we have a put method. If you want to add all data, then we have a put all method. Like that we have a multiples method are there. If you want to clear all the data, like clear reset this map, then we have a clear method. So these all are the predefined method is there. So if you will import this util.star, then any of the interface you can use, either list interface, sent interface, or map interface. Or if you will use java.util.map, then only you will able to access map interface, all the map interface, whatever inside the class and all. So these all are the inbuilt method is there. So through that we can check this business requirement if we have. Now हाँ रीना, रीना देखी ना कनी. So here we will go for this example. Like this is a Java map example in this old style. Like old style means non-generic. So see here we have a util.star means all the implementations will work in the collection list, set, and map. And we have a class of map example. We have a main method, inside that map is there. So here we use hash map. Hash map means insertion order not be preserved. Whatever you are inserting, the same we will add that, but insertions and all is not preserved. In that cases we will go for hash map. Now what we have to do in map, we will use the data to insert or delete based on the key and value. So map dot put, here first is the key. So key is a integer type and value is a string type. So we have a multiples is there, key and value. So we are adding this 1, 5, 2, 6. These all are the key and value is Amit. So this is a string type. Now we need to traverse this map. So how we will traverse this map? We have a entry set is there. So entry set is one method is there. If you will see here, entry set one method is there that is used to traverse this. So while we are using this map, then we can traverse this value. So while converting to this set, so that we can traverse, because directly we cannot process this data, map data directly based on the key and value. So mostly we are transfer to this inside this set. So how we will traverse? So this set equal to map dot entry set. Entry set is one method is there. Inside that we shown you multiple method, right? Inside that we have a entry set. It means whatever map value is there, key and value, it will be converted in this entry set. So this set will be converted, and then by using iterator we are processing the data. So iterator itr equal to this set. So this is set now. So whatever these all data was there, 1, 5, 2, 6, so these all are converted from map to set. So now we are iterating this one. So how to iterate? Itr is the reference we created, and set dot iterator. So through that we are iterating. Now we have a iterator, we have a multiples, 3 methods are there, right? Has, next, next. So has next will check this conditions, either this condition is satisfied or not. So how many itr is there? Like ITR means ITR has next. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 elements are there, right? So all we need to process. So first it will go for Amit 1 as a Amit. So ITR dot has next is true. Then it will go for here map dot entry set ITR dot next. So ITR dot next, what will they will do? They will print the object. So the what is the object right now? 1 and Amit is there. So 1 and Amit will be print, and it will go for the next iterator. So next iterator is 5 and Rahul. So this 5 and Rahul is condition true. Then it will go for the ITR next. But here we are doing map dot entry. So map dot entry manually we are converting. So this is converting. So we already shown you before casting, right? Casting. So see here some casting is happening. Why? Because of any doubt? Why? Because of एक बार में समझ ने भर देना. ITR means this one is a set. This is ITR which have set all the set datas 1, 5, 2, 6, right? Now we are converting to the map entry. So how we will convert? We have a ITR dot next, through that we are converting. So directly we cannot convert from set to map. Why? Because of map is a higher, so higher to lower we can't convert. In that cases we will have a typecasting. So that typecasting manually we have to provide here map dot entry set. Because of we are doing map dot entry set here, entry as a reference, so we may put it as a map dot entry set manually, then it will be converting. Now if you print here entry, so entry dot key value and entry dot get value. So in entry also we have a multiples methods are there. So if you are using map, then we will print the value based on the key and value. So what will be the output? One by one, first 1 and Amit will be there. Then again it will check has next. 5 and Rahul is true. Then it will go for the next method. So this next method will print 5 and Rahul, and it will go for the next object of 2 and J. So 2 and J is coming from has next is true. Then it will come from this ITR dot next. This will be print 2 and J, and it will go for the next 6 and Amit. 6 and Amit will be true. Then it will go for here, and this will be printed, and after that this condition has next will be false. So this will be blocked here. Now here we have map dot entry we put it. Why? Because of converting from map type. From this is ITR as a set type right now. So set to map directly we can't convert, is a typecasting. So we put it here map dot entry, so it will be convert. And here this entry, this is entry as a reference. So entry we have this map entry, we have a get key and get value is a method. If you will see that we have a multiples methods are there. So based on that we are finding this key and value. So the output is 1 Amit, 2 Jay, 4 Rahul and 6 Amit, like this. So here always key should be unique, value can be different, value can be duplicate also. So here Amit and Amit 2 times is there, but in map whatever the key will be, that also will be always unique. Unique key, duplicate value will allowed in map. So now see, this is the old one. So in collection this is a generic one. So old style, now the new style also came, the same program. If you want to print, so here we have a util.star, means all the implementation came imported from the collection. Now we have a map example 2. We have a main method. Inside that we have we created one map. So this map is new hash map. This is hash map. Linked hash map we will see later. Tree map we will see later. This is a new hash map. So hash map, and the key value is integer, and key is the integer and value is string type. So we passed here data type integer, and string will be applicable. Now we are putting, this is a map reference map. So this map reference, so based on that we can put the data. We already seen, if you want to add the data, then we have a put method. If you want to delete the data, we have a delete method. If you want to all the data, put all the data, then we have a put all method. Like that, if you want to remove, that remove method. If you want to have clear, then clear methods and all are there in map. So based on this reference we are putting the data. So how you will put the data? Two things you have to put. One is integer, other is a string. Integer is a key and a string is a value. So here we put 100 Amit, 101 Vijay, 102 Rahul. So this element has been added. Now we are traversing this. So how we will traverse? By using entry set. So what we are doing here, we have created one for loop. This for loop we have a map. So this is the reference map. So map dot entry, and created one reference as a m. Map dot entry reference m, and here we have a map dot entry set. So whatever we have defined here, entry set, map dot entry set, right? This map dot entry set, this is used to convert from map to set. So map dot entry set we are converting from map dot entry. So instead of this process directly, this process we have removed here, iterators and all, has, next and iterators. Direct we have converted from map to entry set, map dot entry set, and then we are going for this conversion. Now whatever the data came from this set to map, we are converting by using this way. So in for loop direct we have put it here, map dot entry m as a reference, and then map dot entry set method. So map dot entry set will come 100 Amit, 101 Vijay, 102 Rahul, like that, and this entry set will be converted from first map to set and set to map dot entry set, and based on this m value, so this is a m reference, so based on that we have to put the key and value. The output will same, 100 Rahul, 100 Amit, and 101 Vijay, 102 is a Rahul, like this. So this way we have to use hash map. Now question is when to use hash map, when to use linked hash map, and when to use tree map. So there are multiple orders are there. We have already seen this definitions. This is hash map. So hash map is coming from map, and inside that we have some constructors and all are there. So this and these all are the methods. So if you are using hash map, then we have a clear method is there, is empty method is there, clone method is there, entry set is there. So these all are, once you will apply, or if you will able to get some requirement from the client, then you have to apply these all method, depends on the requirement. So these all method inside this hash map, and this is the example of hash map. So hash map here they are doing, we already seen. So hash map they created, this is a created of hash map. So an integer and a string need to be passed. So put method is there, through that we put it the data, and then after that based on this for loop scenario, second one, map dot entry m reference, and then map dot, this map is reference of this one, so map dot entry set. So entry set will convert from this map to set, and after that we are checking this set value by using map dot entry based on the key and value, separate based on the reference key and value we are iterating this hash map. So this is the hash map. Now we will go for this linked hash map. So this linked hash map, so this is the linked hash map. Linked hash map is used to mostly implement insertion order if you want to preserve. In that cases we will go for the linked hash map. So how linked hash map work and how we will create. So these all are the constructor which is applicable in linked hash map. So empty constructor, capacity constructor, and some load factors is there. So this way we have to declare the constructor in linked hash map, and these all are the method which is allowed in linked hash map. So most of method is similar, and this is the example of linked hash map. So see here, instead of hash map we are putting here linked hash map. So linked hash map equal to hm equal to new linked hash map, and integer and a string we are passing. So this key is a integer and value as a string. So we put it the data, same thing, only this creation of object is different. Linked hash map have linked hash map, new linked hash map, and tree map will have a linked new tree map, like that. So once you change this as a linked hash map, means insertion order will be preserved in that case. If you don't want insertion order preserved, then you can go for hash map. If you want ascending order, then you can go for tree map. The same way, we have map.entry and hm.entry set. We converted from map data to entry set and set to map entry, and processing based on this reference key and value. So the key and value will be printed here, like that. So all have similar type of requirement is there. Now if you'll go for the tree map also have same thing, but here insertion ascending order will be there. So see here, this tree map also have some of the constructor is there. So these all are the constructor is applicable inside this tree map. So we already seen default constructor, parameterized constructor and all. So see here, these all are default. First is default constructor and other all are parameterized constructor. And these all are the method is applicable in tree map. Like selling key is there, clear is there, clone is there, and all. So mostly whatever we'll require we will see in this project. But see the example of tree map. So this tree map have integer and a string as a key value and new tree map. So here we are putting this data. So how we will put, based on we have a put method is there. So map dot put, we put it, and then we have a entry map dot entry, we take created as a reference of m. Then we have this reference map dot entry set. So this data converted to this set, and set we are putting in this map entry. Based on the key and value we are printing the data. But here the data is coming as a ascending order. See, 100 is coming first, then 101, 102, 103. But if you'll see in this linked list and linked hash map and hash map, whatever the data you have put it, the same way same structures has been put it. But here it is ascending, 100 plus 101 plus 102 plus 103, like this. So this type of requirement will come in our project. So there we can use this one, hash map, tree map and all. So we have a multiple things are there, but mostly what we are using, hash map, tree map, linked hash map and all. So if you'll see any real project of this, I'll show you this as a React. Repository. So this is the source code of all the project. If you want, you can download this code in local and try to check all those things. Here we have a front end and back end is there. If you open back end as a Java, then inside that src main, this is the package structure. Then we have this one, and inside that we have a multiple sub packages are there, controller, exception, model and repository, So we have to go for the controller. Just a minute. So here we have a controller. Inside this controller, employee controller dot java. If you see here, this is the set. This is the order service. In this order service, we have src main java com, this e-commerce based order service. So inside this order service, we have a multiple subfolders are there, like sub package. So we have a multiple things are there. We will go for the service. So this service is a business logic where we have a implementation class. So once you open any of the implementation class, see here we have a so in that, see here, are you able to see my screen? So this is a project which is coming from e-commerce, and in that we have a order microservice. So this order microservice, this is Java 8. So this Java 8 code is there. So through that they have made some requirement. There they are using hash map in this requirement. So what is the requirement here? He want order, but order should be in not in a structured manner, like what, not in this insertion order preserve, or not in ascending and descending, like that. Just he want order details. So if he want order enum order mapped, so what he mentioned here, order should be a string and order. So a string here as a keyword, like key and value should be there, right? So key as a string and value is a order. So order, they created one class. So that class they mention as a order he want as a value, and key should be a string type. And they created here enum order map, and by using new hash map. So see here we are using hash map. Somewhere we will use linked hash map or a list we can see. So if you see here, we are using, see here we are using array list. So this array list we have created here. So when to use array list and all, we will see once we will discuss this project, real time project. See, mostly we are using array list and hash set, hash map and all. So if you open any of the project here, we have a multiple, these all are the microservice based e-commerce project. So in this project, this is the project where we have a multiple microservices there, like cart microservice, order microservice, payment, pricing, product, and promo operation. These all are. So if you go for any of the payment service, so this is the payment microservice. Inside this is Java project. So Java project will have some src main and all. So src main, and then this Java and resource is there. So this way structures will be there, means packaging will be there. So just you open this project, and then we have a multiple things will be there, like operations, we have a configs, we have a controller, we have exception. Exception we have already seen, like once we need a exception to generate Then we have exception, repository, security, service and all. So in this service we have a business logic. So once you open any of the service, this notifications and all, so this notification, so this is a simple notifications here. So in this is a, so here this is the simple one. And we'll go for this one. This is a just a token is there, product microservice. If we'll go here, product microservice, src main java com convert product, then we have a service. So this service have implementation. So this is an interface, right? Interface we created. So this interface have only abstract class. So this is the abstract class which we seen, right? So like that also we are creating here. So this is the interface we created. Here only one abstract class is there. There is no method body here now. We have already completed. For this abstract class we need to provide the implementation. So how we will provide? Like this. So this is the class where we are implementing this interface, right? This is the class, product service class, where we are implementing the interface, and whatever the abstract class was there, for that we need to provide the definition here. So if you'll go here in this code, somewhere we will use a list. See here, we are using array list. Why we are using array list here? We'll have some requirement where duplicate will allow, and there is no insertion orders need to be preserved. Any random order, if you want to add this list product ID or something, then we can use this. So here what is this requirement? We have a product ID list. So we need to fetch the detail from product ID list, and there either maybe product ID should be duplicate also. So that cases I think here they created list as a string type. Product ID should be a string type as a data type declared, and new array list. So this new array list means we are passing some string, and this product list will have a duplicate. And after that, see there, this one, they are iterating this. So how they are iterating this? We have a some by using for, they are using some product dot request and get product list, they are taking from this reference, and then they are processing this data and adding this product list dot add. So in list array list we have a add method we seen, right? Add method, add all methods and all we seen, right? So these things we are using here. So this is a list example. If you will go for collection list here, so if you will go for collection list, see what was the collection list. In this collection list right now we are using array list here, right? So this is array list concept. This is array list concept. When to use array list? Array list is a dynamic array for sorting element like arrays, and there is no size of limit, then we can go for this array list. And random will be there, no insertion order will be preserved, no ascending descending. That cases we will go for the array list. So see here in array list we have this type of constructor we can use, and this is a method. So right now we are using add method, this one, right? First one, add method is there. So add method is used to insert this a specific element, right? So see here we have a add method, right? This one, where is this add method? Yeah, this add method. So what we are doing, based on the reference we are adding some data. So we have a add method, like that we have a multiples method is there, depends on the requirement. We can go for add all method, we have a clear method, we have a index method, int index method, get method, iterators and all is there. Last index if you want, then we will use this one. So mostly we are using add method, add all method, remove methods and all. So here we use add method. Now we will go for set, somewhere we are using set here or not. This is getter and setter. Set is not here, I think. Map we can check here. See here, see this. So here also we have implemented this one. So means we are using this one. So we are using array list. So instead of util.star, better we have to mention whatever you want, that you have to declare. Either you want array list, then here you have to array list. If you make as a star, then all those things will be loaded here. So it take times while it load, some milliseconds will be increased and all. So better you have to do the proper package structures, like from which class you want to access here. So inside this util we need to use array list. So in this class, in this Java, we are using array list. Also we are using hash map, we are using list and map. So these things we have imported here, like imported java.util.list. If you added this list, no need to use a array list or hash map, but they have added, that is fine. Array list as they added and hash map added, because before this array list and hash map, list is the parent. So they already imported this thing, these two things, then no need to do these two line. But if you use that also fine. So here we are using hash list, array list and hash map. So here to use hash map, if you see here, see this is the requirement. Here we use hash map. So hash map is the requirement, like if you want to store the key and value. So here key as a string and value is this one, client product error, and this is the reference error map, right? So they created one hash map. Hash map means if you don't want to insertion order need to be preserved, then we will go for the hash map, and hash map will store the data based on key and value. So we created. Now see here what we are checking some functionality based on the for loop, and after that, if not null, something they are doing, some business logic, we will see later this business logic. And then we have a error map dot put. So if you go for this hash map functionality, so in hash map functionality we have put method, right? So see here hash map. So this is hash map. If you go here, and proper definition is when to use hash map, if you use contain this value based, and then contain unique key, and one null key allowed multiple null values in that cases, not synchronized, not maintain order, then hash map we will use. So these all are the definitions is there. So if you need this type of requirement, then we can go for the hash map. And see hash map will have a this constructor, and this is the method. So inside this method hash map we have a put, somewhere is the put. So this is the put method, right? So this we are using. So in this method we have a key and value, and we can put. So it is used to insert this entry in this map. So here we are using put method to use this insertion in this map. So this entry dot map we have a put this code and this error, product error code and error. If I want to add somewhere, then hash map we use like this. So we have a multiple business logic service class will be there. If you open any of microservices, most of the services we are using collection framework. Everywhere you will see any of the microservice, if you will open, and you will see here in the first time while we are importing, there we have a importing collection framework. See this is the store service. Inside this service is there. So service class always have a business implementation. So one is interface class, and other is implementation class. So if you open any implementation class, so in this case what will happen, there will have some, see here, are you able to see this one, linked hash set is there, and hash set also they are using. So either Either they can use array list, list interface, set interface, or map interface. So here they are using everything. They are using list interface also, map interface also, and set interface also. In this business logic, they are using array list. See here, this is array list they are using. This is they are using hash set also they are using, linked hash set they are using, map also they are using. So we will see where to use list. See here, they are using array list here. So this array list, this one new array list, right? So in this case, application default shifting config is there, some business requirement. For that they are creating one list, and in that list they are adding some data. So how they are adding? And now here they have created array list here, this one, and they will add somewhere this one, and this is, see, this is hash set. So this hash set they created new hash set. So this hash set they created for this config division, config banners, and config type. So these all reference is there. Based on that reference we have to put the data, and the data should be unique, and based on this reference we have to put this add the data, and that data should be duplicate. So that's why they are using array list here. So that's why they are using hash set here, unique data and not in sorted order, duplicate data not in sorted order. So that's why. And then if you will go for map, these all are the Java 8 concept, flat map and all. We have a key and value, it means map we are using. We seen somewhere map we are using, right? Which map was there? Simply they uses as a map, but which map they are using? Linked hash set. See, linked hash set, if you will see here, linked hash set, see here we are using linked hash set. So link hash set means this is the requirement where they want a linked hash set. Linked hash set means insertion order need to be preserved, and so this pickup time is there. So that pickup time they have requirement where to store in this linked hash set. So based on this insertion order need to be preserved. In that cases we have linked hash set. And if you go for this map, somewhere they are using like that. We have a multiples collections are there, but mostly we are using list, set, and map. So array list, linked list, and a stack we are using in list. Set we are using hash set, linked hash set, tree set, and map we are using hash map, linked hash map, and tree map mostly. So if you open any of the project, you will see at least one interface or classes will be there, either map interface or abstract hash map classes and all you will see. So this is the collection framework which we completed as a basic, and whatever we are using on real time. So this is the main overview of collection framework. So this collection framework have list, set, queue mostly we are not using, depends on some of the requirement we can use, but map we are using list, set, and map. So array list, linked list, hash set, linked hash set, sorted set, tree set, and these things we are using. Any doubt you have regarding this collection framework? Just I request you to go all this, not whole topic, whatever we have given you the overview. थोड़ा धीरे धीरे करो ना, थोड़ा धीरे धीरे. So these are all the collection framework which I have gone through, this main, array list, linked list, these all things. And after that we will go for this core Java is completed, only Java 8 is remaining. So Java 8, tomorrow we will complete, Monday we will go for this Java 8. We have some of the programming, we will go for the Java 8, and after that this Java concept will be completed. Now we have a database and some tools we have to go. So for this database, uh, mostly we will go for this SQL which have to store the data. Which doubt you have? Any doubt? So see here, if I am going from any service, any microservice or any Java application, we have a multiple things is there, right? So this is the controller class, means once the UI is coming, once the Angular or React information is coming from our page, from the UI to backend, the controller will take, and after that they will process the data through this service, and this service we need to be communicate with this database. So how this, so this is the repository package. So in this repository package we have a database communication, all the database inserts, delete, update, whatever the database logics need to be added, that will be there. And others package is different thing. One is the input output, like all the variables which is required for database communications, that DAO will be there. And DTO, all this model class we have a, which is having from the controller whatever the requirement as input, output and all. For this data data type will be used here. And if you have to put some security in your application, then we have a security folders will be there. So that security we can implement in this microservice. If you have some common functionality which need to be add or something, then we have a util there. Enums we already seen. Enums if you want for the constant and all, then we have a enum. And then configs and all is there. So through that we are, if you want to handle some exception, then we have a exception folder. So 2 days back I already covered exception. So in that exception we already told we can create a custom exception, right? So these all are the custom exception they created based on the project requirement. So how we create a custom exception, like that we told, right? We can create a class as an exception, and then inside that we have a constructor, right? So this is a constructor. So constructor, we have a parameterized constructor, means API error they have used. And inside this constructor they are using super. So super means extend the immediate parent class. So immediate parent class is which one? This is the exception. So this is custom exception. So they have to extend the exception class. So exception be seen, exception is the parent class of the exception. So this parent class either exception or runtime exception or compile time exception was there. So that will be extended by default. Why? If you are not extending here, automatically it will take compiler. Why? Because of exception is a part of len class, java.len. So if you have utils and all, then you have to manually provide, but compiler automatically it will pass from this len. So java.len always it will be there. So we have put it here supers, means the this will be called from the exception class, either exception or runtime exception, whatever. And then there we have created something, depends on the requirement. So some errors object created, and then we are doing some sets error code and all. So these all are the custom exception. We already covered how we will create a custom exception. So there they have created a custom exception. Custom exceptions, or if you want to access predefined exception, we have a try, throw, catch, throws and all is there, right? And enum is used for the constant data. So if you use enum, so see here, like that we are creating enum, right? So Sunday, Saturday, Monday we told. So like that we have created errors. So this is a enums. For that enums we created multiple enum, and we have to use this enum in our project. So some of the errors, unknown errors is coming, a store not found error is coming, like that we created enum. So this is main project where we have a controller, we have a service, and we have a repository. Repository will store the information of database, service will have a business functionality, and controller will communicate from UI to either React or Angular to our backend application. And apart from this, whatever others is there, so if required exception, then we will use a exception. If you need enum, then we will use a enum. If you want some need some other applications need to be connect from this microservice to other third-party microservices and all, then we have a client, so there we have to add some business logic. If you need to use some database configuration or different database or some security or anything, so for that we have a config. So there we'll have to write all the configuration. If you want database and database configurations, like how we will connect the database, so what all are the username, password details and all, so that things all be there in this configuration class. And if you want to implement security, so that if users will access my application, they will get some OTP, some email authenticators or something, then you have to put the security implementation. So this is the folders. Some filters if you want, like to check the functionality or validations and all, that cases we have a filters will be there. And if utils, if you have anything, any other things which you want to invoke or add inside that, then utils we have created. And then we have a DAO and models. So models will have all input and output attribute which is required to communicate from UI to backend application. So this, in this model we have a input output data type declarations and all will be there, so that this data type we can access anywhere inside this package. And DAO also have the same attribute, but this is used for this backend database connectivities. Input outputs will be there. So see here in this model we have a multiple Java classes are there. So this address class, error class or anything, so inside that only data type declaration will be there which is needed. So see this is a, so this is a address, this is city, this is a state. If you want to store this employee information, so for employee informations we have a some class will be there, employee information class or address. So if you want to store this employee address, so this address class is there. Inside this address, what type of address is there, what is the city name, what is the state name, what is the country name, what is the zip code and all, like that we have to create a all this data type. And what will be the data type of private, protected, default, parameter or default anything for this accessifier for the all data type, either should be a string or integer or boolean or float, doubles. So these things we are defining here, and this class would be always public so that we can access in other where anywhere of this address class. And inside these variables we have defined either privates and all, and this is strings. So like that we have a others model, that is DAO. So DAO used for this. So we have a zip stores, a store DAO. So a store DAO if is used for this only database related things. So see this is the collection. So this database is name of a store database where we have this type of fields will be there. So in database we have a rows and columns, right? So that rows and columns we have a string ID will be there, integers ID will be there, a store ID will be there, a string as a ID, integers as a store ID, a string is a operating status and all like that. So whatever the database columns details will be there that we are using in this DAO. So mainly we have a three things is there. One is service, another is controller and repository. Now we already covered controller and service part. Why? Because in controller and service we are writing Java logic, right? So this is backend application. UI application will be separate, backend application will be separate. So backend application mostly we are writing from Java. So this Java we are writing service, and controller is the main application. Others just as a reference we are using that. But now we have third thing is the database communication. So this repository we have to go. So how you will know this repository communication? So depends on the database which you are using. So if you are using SQL, then we have to go for SQL. If you are using no SQL as a MongoDB or anything, then we will go for the no SQL for that. So depends on the requirement, we will go for that. But mostly the operations will be common only, like all the database will store the data in this database, and the database name will be there, and database functionality will be there. So this all this functionality. So mostly what is SQL? SQL is used for this standard query language for storing, manipulating and retrieving the data from the database, right? So we have a multiple database is there, and we have this type of operations is there. So what is select, what is distinct? If you want to fetch the detail, then we have a select. If you want to fetch the detail as a different type of information, then we have a distinct. If you want to put some condition, then we have a where clause. If you want to get the details from a numeric type like orders way, then we have order by. If you want to add two data like name as a Amar and last name add a Kumar or something, then we have AND operators. Or operators means both inside anyone will be fine, either name as or genders and all. In that cases we have or not insert. If you want to insert the data information inside the database, we have a insert into an. So like that we have a multiple operations are there you need to follow, and if once you will find these all operations, then we have to create the database, drop the database, delete the database, alter the database, and then unique key, add primary key, foreign key, check default index and all we have to learn. So this maybe Monday we will start database, or Tuesday we will complete Java 8, and Wednesday we will complete the tools overview, and Thursday Friday we will go for this UI part. So database it will take only 1 day, so these things we will cover here in this database. So these all are the things we will cover, and then after that we will go for this Java 8. So Java 8 some programming we have, so that we will go for that, so that you can understand all the features of Java 8. Because see here, mostly whatever the codes we have written here, these all are related for Java 8 only. See here, if you open any service implementation class, so see these all are the Java 8 based code, not in 7. So everywhere we are using stream functions and many things we are using, lambdas and all. So these all are the Java 8 code. So we will cover this Java 8. First SQL will complete, then Java 8 will complete. Both will take one days, and after that tools will complete in 1 days. Then UI will take 3 to 4, 5 days and all. Or UI will take more time, and database also will take I think 1 days, and Java 8 it take 2 days I think. So because of some programmings will be there that we will complete. And if you have any doubt, let me know, or if you need any other things, then also we will go through that, not an issue. So I request you to everyone, like whatever things we have discussed in programming, just you go through that or revise that. So everything we are using right now in real time examples. So we already seen some of the examples given you, like we use enum, we use custom exception, we use collection in all the project. Like see, if you open any source code, everywhere we are using custom exception, collections, package, modifiers and all. Either we will go for this project only. So this is, I have already project. So this is e-commerce based big applications like Amazon we have, right? So same way we have this application is there, Amazon. So for this Amazon we have multiple microservice, but this is very tough project. Inside mostly all are lengthy codes and all, but if you want then we will go for this only, this functionality only. Is fine.
Yeah.
Let me
So
know if
somewhere we
anyone.
use the.
Sorry.
I just I'm asking case for database some project they use AWS or somewhere they use the SQL. Both are same or
No,
like
all
for
are different. In database, we have a
Hmm.
two types. One is a not in two types. More than is there, but mainly we have a relational database and other is NoSQL database. So relational database either SQL and MS server, Microsoft SQL server is there, and others also Postgres. I think no, not in Postgres. So this is relational database, and non-relational database either Mongo and then Postgres, Cassandra's and all. So in Amazon AWS we have a Arango DB is there, and one more is there. So that we can use, but mostly that is document oriented database like NoSQL's database. So but if you know the basic of any database, then you will easily understand that. My question is,
Okay.
so anyone if you want, we will go for this, not an issue. But basic of SQL is the fine. If you know SQL, then you can go for any of the database easily. So this is, see here in Amazon we have RDS, DynamoDB, right? So DynamoDB is a NoSQL database, see here, and RDS is a relational database. So mostly I have two type of database. Relational is a uh, SQL. This SQL is a relational, and Mongo
Hmm.
and Dynamo or Cassandra and all is a NoSQL database.
Okay.
So you just need to understand like what is database, how we are inserting the data, how we are deleting the data, how we are retrieving the data, how we are fetching the data, and how to update the data if already data is there, right? So these all are
Hmm.
operations we have already. So create the data, drop the data, and then alter the data, and how we will create a primary key, foreign key. So these things.
Okay.
So we will discuss Monday. We will complete this one. Database is a basic thing. Just you, if you want, you can go through this one because we will complete here only. This W3 have SQL. So through that we will go for that. Or else here also we have. Anyone is fine, but we will consider W3 only. This is SQL here, right? See inside this, here we have SQL is there, PL SQL is there, MySQL is there, Mongo is there, Postgres is there, SQL Server is there, Oracle is there, Cassandra is there, SQLite is there, DBMS is there. These all are the database, different database. So only the part of either relational or NoSQL. So first one is relational, second one is a procedural SQL database, and this is relational, and Mongo is NoSQL, Postgres is NoSQL, SQL Server is relational, Oracle is relational, Cassandra is NoSQL, SQLite is I think relational, and DBMS is a relational database. Inside DBMS, Oracle and SQL and all. So anyone if you understand, then easily you can understand others database also.
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll close here, and Monday we will discuss SQL part.
Okay. Thank you, Amarjit.
Yeah, thank you all, bye.